What's up, boys and girls? I got a track to show you all today. This is called Seaside MX, made by ImpROBable and a rabid tourist. Now what we have here is a city-based motocross track. That's right, a motocross track in a city. I don't know what damn city in the world wants a freaking motocross track running through it, but this one does, so dig it. There were some minor problems on this track, and maybe two major problems. We'll get to those. The first of the major problems is the spawn. The whole starting gate, the spawn points are too close together, and as you can see here, people spawn and drop and fall over and land on top of each other, and we only had 5 people in this game, and it was a pretty awkward spawn. Now luckily the gate's long enough to give people a chance to recover and get back on their mongooses, but with a full lobby, I can see people falling out of that starting gate and having just a bad time because of it. So that's something I would definitely fix. Now they did an excellent job in most cases of blending this synthetic terrain with the natural terrain. That rock tunnel right there, very beautiful, leads to this set of whoops. Now there's a support brace in the middle of the track right there, which I really didn't appreciate. You know, I understand you want to keep things from looking like they're floating, but putting that down in the middle of the track, there might have been a better way to do it. I don't know. You know, forger's prerogative. You know, everyone has a different way of doing things, and everyone has different expectations of a racetrack. This rock turn, while it looks cool, you totally lose traction on it. It's too bumpy, and you have to slow down big time. So that kind of slowed the race down a lot for me. But it was definitely cool looking. That split section there was really cool. A lot of these banks were kind of superfluous, meaning they were not necessary. You know, when you put a bank on a supercross track, people use it. You know, it's my instinct on a supercross track that if I don't use the banks and keep my speed, I'm not going to clear the next set of jumps. But in most cases on this track, the banks were just there for show, and if you use them, people who didn't use them passed you and left you in the dust, because you kind of go way out of your way to use the bank, and people who cut the turn tight, they just took off. Now that bank right there may be the biggest problem for this jump. Now this jump was one of the other things that I would consider kind of a major problem. You can say driver error all you want. You know, I'm a decent driver, and I did about 20 laps on this track, and I landed that one jump clean maybe 3 or 4 times. And I know what I'm doing, you know. The problem is that bank is there, and you want to go and use that bank, but when you do, you wind up hitting a rock and losing your speed and falling off that jump, and it's just ugly. But those are really the only problems on this track. Other than that, it was really smooth. The layout was great. It flowed well. Like I said, they blended the synthetic terrain into the natural terrain very nicely. This jump here, when you hit it right, it's just cool. You know, you kind of go off at a slight angle, and then you land back at that slight angle. Really cool. But all in all, this is a cool track. Now right here, you're going to see, this is a pretty typical landing that I got off of this jump. And as you can see, not a very fun landing. But really, other than a few minor problems, this is an awesome track. You guys should definitely give it a download. Excellent work by ImpROBable and a rabid tourist. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Be sure and like, comment, favorite, subscribe, and all that nonsense.